In this video we will discuss how to quickly create a new blank drawing as well as how to open and some of the different save options that we have with AutoCAD. So first of all, if you want a new blank drawing, you just simply come up to the AutoCAD A and press the new button, or you can hit the new button on the quick access toolbar. You'll be prompted for a template, and the AutoCAD template is the one that we use to create a new blank drawing. Now when you get in there, it does turn the grid on, so feel free to turn that off so you're back to a blank screen here. So that's all there is to creating a new drawing. Now if you want to open an existing drawing, then once more you can go to the AutoCAD A and press open, or you can click on the open folder in the quick access toolbar. It is going to look for DWG files, is what we use for AutoCAD, and you can browse to where your files are located at. So depending on where you save them, if you save them to the C drive, then you can find your C drive and find your files there. I save mine to my documents, so I can use the documents folder here on the left, and then find my class folder here. So I'll just open up one of these drawings here, just to get the chance to open one up. So now that I've got a file open, when I'm ready to save, there's some different save options that I could use. First of all, there is just the plain old save, or the quick save, if you will, in AutoCAD. So I can hit the little floppy disk button here to do that. You can also go to the AutoCAD A and save there. You can also use the Control-S keyboard shortcut if you like keyboard shortcuts. And now that's just going to save back to the same file name and the same location. So if I go up and hit the little disk right now, it says it saved it, and I'm ready to keep going. So let me show you what happens if I am in a new drawing. So if I start with a blank drawing again, here I'm in a blank drawing. Let's say I drew a line or something on screen and escaped, and I'm ready to save. Well, now when I hit save, it's automatically going to bring up the Save As dialog box because I've never saved it before. There is no file name or location. So at this point I could go ahead and give it a name, click Save, and I will have saved this drawing. So I'll just accept the default name of drawing 8 for this one and save it. And then you'll see now, from now on, when I hit save, I won't be prompted anymore. It just saves it back to the same name and the same location. Now another reason why you might use Save As, which is right next to Save, is perhaps you want to change the file type. So AutoCAD 2013 uses the AutoCAD 2013 file type of DWG. If you click the drop down, you can see that just about every 3 years Autodesk updates the DWG file. So even though they're all .dwgs, you can't open up, for example, if I save this file and I emailed it to somebody else who was using AutoCAD 2000 or even AutoCAD 2012 from last year, they will not be able to open it up. I have to save this as an older version so that that person will be able to open up that file. So that's another good reason to use Save As. Another reason to use Save As is to create a copy. Sometimes when I'm drafting, if I'm getting ready to do something that I'm not sure if that's really how it's going to end up, I might do a Save As to make a copy of it. So for example, Save As, and I'll just throw the name copy after it. Then I know that if I butcher this up and end up not using it, I can just discard it and I can go back to the other version that I had. So another type of save that we have in AutoCAD is a backup file. So with a backup file, every time you save, it's keeping the previous version as well. So for now, I'm going to right click on my screen and go to Options and go to the Open and Save tab and show you here that there's a checkbox here to create a backup copy with each save. So I'm in this drawing 8 copy, and once more I'm just going to save. I'm going to draw another line, and then I'm going to save. So if I actually take a look at my folder with my files in it, actually I'll open up a new one here to do that. I'll go to my documents, and there's my class folder. And then here is this drawing 8 copy .dwg that was saved at 1:59, and then here is the backup.bak that was saved a minute before that. Now these other two items, if you ever see the DWLs, these are drawing lock files. That just means that I'm in that drawing right now. So that's why you only see it for this particular drawing and any of the other ones that I have open. So it will create a backup copy. The advantage there is that if this file becomes corrupt, then I can recover the old one. So let me show you what that looks like real quick. So here's the drawing 8 copy. You can see in my preview down here that it has all 3 lines. I'm going to go to the backup and I'm going to right click on it and rename it. And I'm going to replace this BAK with a DWG, the drawing extension. The problem now though is I'm going to have 2 drawings with the same name, so I'm just going to add a 2 at the end of this one and say yes, change the file extension. And now you can see in the preview that this is from the previous save. I had not yet drawn in that 3rd line. So the backup copy is always the previous save. Now the firm that I used to work for, one of the things that we would do at the end of the day is we would save our drawings twice. That way the backup copy perfectly matched the new copy. So if you had went an hour between saving, you don't want an hour's worth of difference between your backup and your real one, because if the real one gets corrupt, then you've got an hour's worth of work to make up. So that's the backup copy, the BAK. There is yet another type of save in AutoCAD, and that is the Autosave. So once more I'm going to right click and go to Options, open in Save tab, and I can see here that it's going to create an automatic save every 10 minutes. So that means that the most work that you can lose in AutoCAD is 10 minutes worth. Even if you forgot to save, there should be a copy from 10 minutes ago at most. Older versions of AutoCAD actually have this set to 120 minutes. So if you're using an older version, I would recommend that you check this out. Make sure that it's set to 10 because you don't want to lose 2 hours of work. Now I don't want to set this to 1 minute either, because then it's going to keep popping up in my command line and it's going to get in the way. So 10 minutes is kind of a nice number to go with. So I'm going to switch drawings here, and in case you're wondering how I'm doing that, I'm using the Control-Tab keyboard shortcut. So I've opened up this other drawing called Addition A-13, and you can see right away here in the command line that it has made an automatic save. And you can actually see where it's located at, which folder it's in, and you can see the name of the same drawing, Addition A-13, and then AutoCAD throws some additional numbers in behind it, and then it gives it the file extension of $$ for automatic save. So it doesn't save in the same location like the backup does. It saves in a designated location. This is the default in AutoCAD. But the idea here is, now what happens if AutoCAD crashes right now? My power goes out. I lose the work that I was working on. I hadn't saved for 2 hours. Well, I know there's a backup copy from 10 minutes ago. Now if all goes well, the next time you start AutoCAD, it'll actually have a recovery pane over here on the left side of your screen, and it'll ask you, would you like to use the backup copy, would you like to use the autosave, and you can click each of those and see which one works the best. Otherwise, you just simply browse for it, similar to the backup. This time I've already browsed to the location that was the default. Here's the $, and similar to the backup, I just need to right click on it and rename. Try that again. I want the Addition A. I was on the wrong one. Sorry about that. And I will delete the $$ and replace it with DWG. And now I've recovered this file from, again, 10 minutes ago max. So as you can see, even though saving is a relatively simple concept, there's several different ways to save in AutoCAD. There's a regular save, there's a save as to create a copy or to create a different file type. There is also the backup copy that's being created, as well as the automatic save. Now, one last thing I want to close with is, when you have multiple drawings open, how do you switch between them? And there's a couple different ways. You can come down to your AutoCAD A at the bottom of your screen on your Windows taskbar, and you can switch into drawings that way. So that's one possibility. And you can also, as I mentioned earlier, use the Control-Tab keyboard shortcut. That's a really nice way to cycle in between different drawings. And then when it comes time to close drawings, again, I want to reiterate that if you hit the X way up top, you're going to close AutoCAD completely. If you want to close just the current drawing, you need to hit this lower X, and it'll ask, if you haven't saved, it'll ask if you want to save. So I'll just click no, since I haven't really done anything of substance on these anyways. Now if you haven't made any changes like that one, it doesn't prompt you. So again, on any of these, you can just close them individually rather than closing the entire application.